what is going on? Welcome back. I hope you guys, as always, are having the best day ever. Before I get started, guys, if you are new here, please subscribe if you haven't already done that. We're on the road to 64,000 subscribers, and I would like you to join me on this journey. So hit subscribe right now and join the fam. And also, guys, go follow me on all my social media. Links are in the description. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat, so go follow me on all of those. And once again, I am coming back at you guys with another creepy video, and today we're officially on episode 43 of Paranormal America. Traveling to 50 states of the United States, heading west to east and looking at all the creepy stuff that's happened in each state along the way, which currently brings us to Connecticut. But before we get started on that, guys, we have to jump right over to, say it with me, guys, Paranormal America. Welcome to Paranormal America, and today we're talking about a haunting in Connecticut. And I don't just mean the 2009 horror movie A Haunting in Connecticut, I'm talking about the real life story. Now, you guys may have seen the movie A Haunting in Connecticut. Well, this movie was actually loosely based on the real life events that happened to an actual family. Now, the real life story actually took place back in 1986 in the Snedeker family house, which was located on Meriden Ave in Southington, Connecticut. Now, the family have said that a lot of what you see in the movie was just added in by Hollywood. But hey, what isn't these days? But they did confirm that the basics of this movie were actually real. Philip Snedeker was the son of Carmen Reed and Alan Snedeker. He had a type of cancer that could only be treated at this hospital in Connecticut. This was the closest one to his home, and he lived in northern New York. This was the only hospital that was close enough to give him the treatment that he needed. But as you guys may have guessed, the 8-hour journeys every day were becoming a little too much for Philip and his mom. So Carmen then decided to try to find a house or an apartment in Connecticut. She eventually found this house, which was a 2-apartment kind of house. Apparently somebody was already living there, but then they moved out when the Snedekers moved in. It all seemed too good to be true, and that was confirmed when Carmen claimed she had a dream that she was staying in a funeral home. They later found out that this was in fact a funeral home, an ex-funeral home. This place had a morgue, a body preparation room, and it even had an elevator, and it brings the bodies from the basement up to the upper floors. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I could not stay in a house like that. No way, Jose. Almost instantly after the family moved in, the kids of the family started to experience things such as voices. There was Philip, his sister, and their cousin, who is Carmen and Alan's niece. After a while, things started to get a whole lot worse when the things going on in the house actually started to attack the kids and touch the kids. And obviously, Carmen and Alan didn't believe the kids at first. I mean, that's kind of always the way, isn't it? Like, kids move into a new house, the kids don't like the house, so they say, "Oh, Mom, it's scary, it's got ghosts," and the parents tend not to believe them until they started to experience it themselves. Philip's sister was actually molested by this entity. I don't want to say a ghost because this was something demonic. She claims that she would be laying in bed at night and the covers would levitate off of her, and she would look down, and under the cover she would see a black mist, and she would feel like what she described as a cold, freezing cold hand running up her body and constantly removing her bra strap. She would go running to her mom and be like, "Mom, it's doing it again, it's happening again." Carmen would just sit there and hold the Bible and hold her daughter and try to look for something in this Bible that would try to prove to her, because Carmen was always a non-believer of ghosts and demons and stuff like that, and she was trying to find something to prove to her that none of this stuff was real. Till one night, Philip's sister started saying, "Mom, it's coming, it's coming. Can you hear it? Can you feel it? It's coming." That was when Carmen witnessed it for herself. She saw a hand, the fist, the knuckles, the wrist going up the girl's nightdress, or whatever she was wearing, pajamas. She saw it going up, like underneath the clothes, kind of like this, and go over her shoulder and disappear into a wall, and letting out this horrific, dark, deep laughter. Carmen also saw things like the floors bleeding. And later down the line, when things couldn't get any worse, she claims she was raped by the entity. Now, Alan, the dad, also claims that he was raped. He described waking up in the night and feeling pinned down to the bed. He couldn't move. He was pinned down when all of a sudden he felt what he described as a stinging penetration. Then later he woke Carmen up and said, "I think I was sodomized." Now, he spoke about this openly, and you could see it in his eyes. He was finding this really difficult to talk about. Philip, on the other hand, who was sleeping down in the basement where all of this stuff took place, he started to hallucinate too. But at first, the parents thought it was the medication that he was on because he was on such strong medicine. Doctors had told him he had 6 months to live, so they were putting it down to the medicine. But no, he was witnessing this demonic entity too. Now, he described this as having different identities. Sometimes it would look like black mist, and other times he would see it manifest itself as his sister. He's talked about how he woke up one night to see his little sister standing in the room. This room didn't have any lights in the light sockets, but for some reason there was a light on, and he turned to look at the light switch and seen his little sister standing there with a smile, flicking on and off the light switch. Now, even though there was no light bulb, it was going on and off until she ran back upstairs, and when he ran after her, she was fast asleep in bed. Hadn't left the room, her parents said. Now, that is just horrible. I can't even imagine it. It's horrible. Now, Carmen has said that she is now obviously a believer, and she thinks that demons don't have genders. She said that because she heard this thing talking in different voices all the time. Sometimes it would have a really cute voice mimicking her child, saying, "Mommy, mommy, come here." And then other times it would have this really deep, dark, sinister voice that would yell profanity. Eventually the family got permission to perform an exorcism in the house, so they had a priest come around and do just that. Now, after 9 whole weeks of these mediums, priests, all different people coming into the house and staying with the Snedeker family, they eventually deemed the house as completely all clear. Philip's cancer had miraculously and mysteriously disappeared. Doctors were mind baffled. They couldn't figure out what happened, how his cancer just went away. He was days from dying. Unfortunately, though, that was too good to be true. I mean, this took place back in 1986, and unfortunately, Philip did die in 2012. His cancer returned, and he died in Tennessee in 2012. But now Carmen has wrote books and stuff on this situation. She said, "I've been researching this stuff for over 20 years, and I still don't know all the answers." So this affected the family so much, it's literally changed their lives. They've now started writing books, researching, and doing all they can. They even have people come to them whenever they need help, if they have any problems like this going on in their houses or their lives. But I remember watching A Haunting in Connecticut as a kid, and it scared the crap out of me. Well, I wasn't really a kid. I was because it was only 7 years ago. It feels like so much longer ago, but I remember being young, and it scared the crap out of me. If you guys have seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's something about the whole black and white flashbacks that they keep getting of the kid that used to be there, and he was forced to perform these they were doing these rituals, and it was so creepy. It was so creepy. And the ectoplasm and stuff like that. I won't tell you guys in case you haven't seen it, but if you haven't seen it, I suggest you watch it, but it's really scary. Now, my question to all of you for question of the day is, have you seen A Haunting in Connecticut? If you have, let me know in the comment section. If you haven't, also let me know in the comment section. Be sure to let me know what you guys think of it. If you haven't seen it, watch it. If you have seen it, let me know what you think. Magic 8 Ball! Is it true that the house where the Snedeker family lived in Connecticut, is it true that it's all clear? It is decidedly so. Well, I guess that means yes for now. And also, you guys know I've started this thing called Random Fact of the Day, where I like to poison your heads with powerful knowledge so that y'all don't have to go to school anymore. And today's Random Fact of the Day is, did you know that scientific studies have learned that children grow faster during spring season? So there's your Random Fact of the Day, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, slap a like on it. Let's see if we can go for 4 million likes on this video. I would really appreciate that. And remember, the most important thing, guys, chase your dreams. I love you guys.